Hi guys, and welcome back to the Bam Family.
So today we thought we'd give you 6 things that people who don't live in Australia think about Australia, but they're not true.
Definitely not true.
Not true.
Mythbusters.
Yeah, we're myth busting. Oh my gosh, I like that.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. You got a smile that makes the sun rise. You make it shine, but I can see that you don't realize, and that's what made me fall in love. 'Cause you got...
The first thing is that people think that Australia is hot everywhere. It's not. So Australia is so huge, there's so many different climates. If we went down to Melbourne, it would be freezing on some days down there.
Very cold.
It gets very cold.
You definitely need a winter jacket going down there sometimes.
Yeah, so the whole of Australia is not the same, and there are definitely cold days. Today it's not too warm, and we're in Queensland.
We've had 5 weeks of rain now, so hopefully that's it.
I think we've got another week or 2 coming.
Mother Nature, listen to me. It's enough now. It's enough. I need to cut my grass.
Very important. Anywho, so the whole of Australia is not hot, and it's not hot every day. We definitely get our cold days, especially in the winter.
Another one of these myths that we're going to bust today, Detective Ben, is everyone thinks there's no culture here.
They
Absolutely not be further from the truth, eh, Maz?
That is absolutely right, Ben.
Thank you, Maz.
They could not be more wrong. There is plenty of culture. Just because it's not the same as, say, in Europe or America or whatever, there is an outdoors culture, there is a social culture, there is history. If you go to regional towns or rural areas, there's a lot of history in those areas, and a lot of a completely different culture and way of being. If you go to the coast, there's a different culture and way of being there. It is full of culture. It's very artsy, it's very creative, it's very spiritual. There's a lot going on. So to say that there's no culture in Australia is just so wrong. And there's also obviously a lot of Aboriginal history. And that's something that's very interesting. That's something that we didn't know much about before we moved to Australia, and we weren't really aware of a lot of it. So that's something that you should definitely, out of respect for the land and the people, it's something you should definitely learn about.
The next one that a lot of you are believing what's not true, snakes and spiders aren't always out to get you.
Absolutely not. Snakes don't want to be near you. If you stomp, they will scarper. It's most of them anyway. There are the occasional one that are territorial, but they don't want to be near people. They only attack you if they feel threatened. Snakes don't want you around.
If you're doing a nature walk, just walk a little bit heavier footed, and it'll just scare away any kind of snakes that are going to be near, unless they're a territorial one.
Yeah,
and then you just walk way around them.
And be sensible. Don't walk through overgrown areas. Just, go where you can see. And the other thing is that I think the last death from a spider bite was about 37 years ago. It's not common. People don't die from spider bites on a daily basis here.
Any kind of wild animal, just give it a bit more room. It's their area just as much as yours. So just leave them. Same as spiders. I know a lot of people are squeamish about spiders.
There's nothing to worry about.
At the end of the day, it's good to have a spider web around, because they're going to get rid of your mozzies, your flies, anything fly that you don't like, they will get rid of and eat for you.
People also assume that the whole of Australia looks like desert. It really doesn't. Australia is very green in many areas. Obviously there's desert in the middle, but around most of the coast where most people live, it's very green.
Yeah, I believe 90%, something around that, of Australia actually live coastal. Not a lot of people live inland.
I think as well, a lot of the grasses and the trees and plants are very hardy, so they're used to having long periods of dry weather, and it takes a long time for them to go brown, but then you get another bit of rain and it's all bright green again.
Yeah, I've seen it where we've got all brown grass, and then we'll have like a heavy downpour for an hour and it's all green again. Yeah,
the whole suburb is green again. But it's a very green, very lush country in the areas that people live.
Yeah, everywhere you go is going to be very scenic as well.
Yeah, from the mountains and
the valleys, down in the valley.
Yeah, and all the beautiful native trees, and it's just a stunning country. It's not just desert.
Very Instagrammable.
Yes, even in the desert.
Even the desert, yeah.
I'd love to get some Instagram shots in the desert.
One of my dreams is to actually do the Simpson Desert one time.
I think we want to go to Alice Springs.
Yeah.
Together, that would be nice.
Another myth that everyone thinks is Australians walk around constantly saying good day to everyone and anyone.
Probably the more common phrase that people greet with each other with is now, hey, how you going? Or just hey.
How's it going?
Yeah. Yeah. So, g'day is not used by everybody, for sure. Probably we say it more. No, I'm joking, we don't.
We probably do, actually.
We possibly do. We do love g'day. We wish more people said it. Come on, everybody, let's start a new thing. Everybody should say g'day.
Hashtag bring back g'day.
Yes.
Another myth that everyone thinks about Australia is that there's crocs everywhere, around every corner, waiting to pounce on you.
They're not. They're mainly in Northern Territory and North Queensland. There are no crocs where we live. It's not, I think it's just not hot enough for them. There aren't crocs in every creek or every lake or anything like that. It's generally something that most Australians do not need to worry about. We're not on Crocodile Dundee, so they're not everywhere.
Wish we was sometimes.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee, it looks like fun where he lives.
Love Paul Hogan.
Yeah. Anyway.
One bonus one that everyone thinks Australians do not shove a shrimp on the barbie.
They're prawns.
The myth came from, what's his name? Paul Hogan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Paul Hogan. The myth came from Paul Hogan when he did a series of adverts trying to get people to come to Australia. And in the advert he just says, just shove another shrimp on the barbie. No one does shrimps on the barbie, it's prawns.
Yes.
And that's what they have for their Christmas dinners, mostly.
Yes.
That was a bonus one, because I just thought of it.
Please give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on Wednesday for more BAM Life. And if you haven't watched the BAM Life that came out on Wednesday just gone, you've got a double whammy of BAM today. Yeah. You've got 2 videos to watch. Your whelks. So don't forget to watch Wednesday's BAM Life that just happened, and also then BAM Life coming again on Wednesday to give you an extra BAM fix midweek. See you Wednesday.
Bye. So the other myth that everyone thinks about Australia is that there's crocs. I'm sorry, I was getting rubbing the nose.
Do it without wiping your nose.
Yeah.
Anywho.
It's always hot. It's really hot all the time.
Gosh, I need it to stop being windy. Got too much hair for wind. I'm like Cousin It.
Wind swept, like you've got a big comb over. A bit windy today, everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe we should take a picture of what's behind us and use it just as a backdrop and just print it out.
Yeah, go and green screen this.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just sit in the front room.
Maybe. Where my hair's not going to go like this. It's hard being Cousin It.
It is. But you do it so well.
Thank you.
So we should have brought like a little shelter to have off camera, so it's like a wind block.
Yeah, if we could just get the production team to shield us from the
Oi, Fred,
breeze.
put that brolly up.
Oi, Fred. As if that's how we speak to people. Oh dear. You can't say that the whole of Australia is hot because it really isn't.
Yeah. Flappy flap.
Some of it's really windy. Should we go to the pub?
Yeah. To the pub.
Oh, okay, we're going to the pub. I haven't got
The only Crocs you're going to see around here are on her feet.
They will definitely not be on my feet. So in case you thought you were safe when we said there are no Crocs and you don't really see snakes and spiders, just so you know you're not, because there are sharks.
Open your eyes